Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Hope everybody is having a great day. Mr. Mike, I can't hear anybody on my headset. I need to hear people.
You cannot hear.
No, Mike, I can't hear, man. My headset's not on.
Can you hear me in your headset? Because I can't.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't have that. Oh, came back on. All right, everybody. Welcome back into Cancel This. It is Thursday, Friday Eve, one of our favorite days. I mean, who doesn't love Thursday, right? Gotta love a Thursday. December 8th, Friday Eve. You get it. 2022, we're in the final month of the year. It is Cancel This. You can always catch us at cancelthisshow.com. I'm Vic Faust with Tabitha Hassel and Eric Johnson, alongside producer Mike Wilkerson. Glad you're joining us today. We have a massive show. If you don't know what we do, we are live in the mornings, 7-ish to 10 a.m. Central Time. We're a podcast, so you get all of our stuff, our content on our podcast at cancelthisshow.com. Hey, we're also live streaming today on YouTube. We're live streaming on Rumble, and we're grateful that you're joining us today as well. We've got a big show. Tabitha Hassel and Eric Johnson, get ready to jump in, guys. In the 8 o'clock hour today, we're going to be talking with Chuck Flagg. We had him on last week, but our Rumble viewers, our YouTube viewers, were not allowed to hear his story about how he went to prison after shooting a man who was trying to steal his car. It's a fascinating story. We're going to get more details about what happened. What happens with stand your ground? Was he just a little bit ahead of his time to be saved by maybe the Castle Doctrine, as Tabitha's become an expert on? Also, in our 9 o'clock hour, if you're not familiar with this, Eric has a long-standing challenge, as he likes to slap that table as he does, with $100 bills.
Bill, singular.
Oh, whoa. I thought it was bills.
Look,
where if any, we've got a professor. We're a St. Louis-based show, but we gear nationally. We've got a St. Louis professor from Cardinal Ritter Prep who's coming on to the show. To give all the hardcore liberal takes, and he's ready to take Eric's money.
What? Now, explain what a hardcore liberal take is.
Meaning he is very Democrat.
So he's going to come in here
because
and go,
some people like yourself.
Yeah,
you're an issue by issue guy.
Okay,
I'm an issue by issue guy
on
a lot of issues. Allegedly, he is not.
What does that mean?
It's when all Democratic issues are right.
We'll
all
find Democratic issues.
You're going to have to ask him. This is how he was promoted to me.
Yeah. Well, did you have a discussion with him by chance?
Not a full discussion.
Because Jane Duker comes across as a Republican.
Well,
sometimes
she's a Democrat.
Even Mike Kelly, your buddy over there at Fox 2, comes across as
he's coming in at 9 o'clock today. You won't want to miss that. It's can't miss broadcasting. Tabitha, you feeling any better today, our friend?
I'm getting there.
It happens.
I'm still standing.
Time of the year.
It is that time of year. It is. Everyone has something going on.
But it's also another big day in the state of Missouri. Other states around the country have already had these days, and other states hope to have these days. Is it good? Is it bad? What is happening? But today is the first day of legal recreational marijuana in the Show Me State.
Yeah.
Show me the marijuana.
Is there anybody else in this room that has this huge, big deal kind of whatever?
It's actually a big deal for a lot of people.
I know it's a big deal. And for the money makers, it's a big deal. For the guys trying to get licenses, it's a big deal. But every friend that I have that wants to smoke pot, I've never seen them go, I need to really go and hide somewhere. I've never.
You know what? You're right.
Sorry.
That kind of happened when medical marijuana started to become legal all across the country.
Yeah.
And then you'd start to smell it everywhere.
Exactly.
I mean, when I was out in Colorado visiting years ago, as soon as I get off the airplane, I'm like, oh, hello, Colorado.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Hello, Denver.
Now, you can't purchase it yet. It's not available yet for purchase.
Okay.
It is able. You're able to possess it, but not purchase it.
So you can
illegally where are you?
Yeah, this law makes zero sense. Then what are you talking about? If you buy it, it's illegal. But if you just happen to walk down the street and have it in your pocket,
I don't know how you're right there, officer.
Holy crap! I got a freaking red butt in my pot.
What just happened is they allowed it legal for recreational use. It's not yet legal to purchase.
That makes zero sense.
It makes zero sense. Tabitha, please explain that one.
Well, I'm reading it right here on Yahoo News. It basically says marijuana is now legal in Missouri, but you can't buy it yet. says, as of Thursday, it's lawful for adults to possess and use marijuana. In Missouri, medical marijuana has been legal in the state since a ballot measure passed in 2018. But voters went a step further this November by approving a constitutional amendment legalizing the drug for anyone 21 or older. So the new law makes Missouri the 21st state to allow recreational use.
and
So
the
you
other
can't
part of
purchase
that,
it legally.
But still, there's an illegal.
You can anyone 21 and older without a medical marijuana card can now buy it for recreational use.
According
today.
to Yahoo News, that's not correct.
No, Yahoo doesn't know. I'm telling. I promise you right now.
Because they are saying
Great.
They're saying you can possess it.
Here, I'll explain it to you.
But there's still
you can't
illegal.
just walk into a dispensary
Right.
and purchase marijuana. Not yet. They have to submit a letter which basically says we want our comprehensive license versus a medical license.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And who knows? We'll get it. If we get an expert, we'll get that on.
And
today.
I don't use, so I don't have I don't know. I'm just reading what Yahoo News
I thought
is
you were
saying.
a user.
Never used it. Nope.
Oh, okay. All
Not
right.
my
Well,
thing.
there
She
you
just
go.
looks like she would use it. I know a lot of people that just look like they use
I'm on
pot.
enough cough medicine right now that
No,
might
maybe
be my
that's
new
it.
thing.
Maybe that's it. But there's still in the chain of being legally able to produce a marijuana cigarette, if you will, is still an illegal portion of that because you have to buy it from somewhere. And I guess the selling and buying thing is still illegal, right?
We were told we need to watch the latest Project Veritas video. I'm not sure why, if that has anything to do with marijuana, but we'll certainly check it out.
I just don't care about pot. I really don't. I mean,
but
unless
but a
you're-
year ago on we were doing radio, you did.
unless you are under 21 years old, which I think it should be a 21-year-old drug. Your brain hasn't developed yet. You really should be concerned about other things. It is kind of a thing. But once you're 21 and you're outside the house and you're smoking a joint or getting completely annihilated on vodka, there's really not a lot of difference.
But there's 2 points. One, this subject blows up when we talk about it in the state of Missouri and around the country. It has blown up for us when we talk about it. The second part is it also has the other side. There's a lot. I mean, when we talk to police are like, oh no, this is not a great thing. Dude, talk to them.
Okay, I don't know everything.
Oh
I'm
my
just-
God, here we go.
I don't know. The only thing I know is one time I used the edibles, and I will tell you what, there's no way I could have driven afterwards. And
No.
people say, oh, you can get as high as you want and drive. I don't see how that's possible.
Well, there's
but
sativa
I've
and
never been
indica.
high.
One of them helps you, one of them puts you to sleep.
Yeah, and maybe that's what happened.
Allegedly, that's what I'm told.
I don't know.
For
I've
me,
never
it makes
smoked
me feel sick. I mean, it always has. I mean, it's like even if I, a contact high from someone smoking pot, I'm like, man, it makes me nauseous. I just want to go to sleep. And I'm not the kind of person that wants to sleep a lot, Vic.
No, you're not.
There's enough time for sleeping in the grave, as Will Rogers once said.
Spoken like a true rock star.
Well, I don't know about that, but
I'm with you, Eric.
the drug of choice for I just think that this right here, tab of the hassle, proves that I am not conservative all through and through. This is a social issue.
You're proud of this?
This is a social issue.
You're proud of this. What a great comeback, Dad.
This is a social issue, and that's what either makes me a libertarian or a independent.
Flat out liberal.
But I am definitely not someone that's going to go lobby in Jefferson City for getting marijuana.
I'm
illegal.
not against it. I have no problem with it being legal. I know for a fact there are people out there who use it
Mhm.
to relieve pain and other different.
No, just have fun.
I think it's way
just
better.
to go to Six Flags on Stone would be. Some people just like to
It's
do
better
that.
than alcohol. There's no question about it. To me, I would rather see somebody get high than drink alcohol.
Amen, sister. Keep reaching.
And we may be talking about that a little bit more in the show today. Also, Eric walked in. Well, something's happened. Now we got to find out what happened. WNBA star Brittany Griner, who has been locked in a Russian prison because of being found with marijuana in her possession, which is really bad in Russia. She was freed from that prison in exchange for a
God, that makes me so mad.
For a convicted arms dealer.
I don't care who it was. So what happens is a convicted arms dealer. So a guy that was literally targeting the United States to sell arms to abroad.
Yeah.
To people who want to do damage to the United States. We found him. You shan't be doing that. You shall go to jail now. Okay, the United States does the right thing, prosecuting, probably got all their chickens lined up, and they're, basically he's in jail for whatever amount of years, maybe life. All of a sudden, Brittany Griner what she was a
WNBA star.
WNBA star.
6'9" lady.
She goes over there. The dumbest thing, Paul McCartney proved to us back in the 60s or 70s, don't take pot into other countries because you could be in a lot of jeopardy if you do that. It was her fault. I don't care what
it was, and she didn't have pot. She had hash, and it's supposed to be a very concentrated form of
whatever
marijuana.
THC,
I guess
marijuana.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
But either way, she should still be in prison because
Oh.
she violated the laws of Russia.
Well,
when you come into another country, guess what? You don't violate their laws, plain and simple.
I was going to go a
and
different
we
direction.
definitely should not have exchanged anyone from her. She knew the rules before she went. She violated them because she feels she's above the law, and she should have had to have sat in prison in Russia
Here's the
and
deal.
learned a very valuable lesson.
Was it the Ronald Reagan administration that said we do not negotiate with terrorists? And Russia right now,
Russia's not a terrorist.
Well, Russia is acting like a terrorist.
I would rather have Putin as our president than Biden. They are definitely not terrorists.
We're getting
So
controversial
anyway, we'll be
today,
back.
and we
We'll be
love
back
it.
after this, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
you
Russia
can't
is
say
not
that.
a terrorist country.
Tabitha studies this stuff, and there are some interesting points.
People want to say, "Oh, Putin's communist." I'm like, he has never ruled under communism.
For the FBI agent that's watching the show right now, her name is Tabitha Hassel with an H.
By the way, Griner was freed from prison. She was exchanged for this convicted Russian arms dealer. His name is Victor Bout, and that's all we know about him now. So as soon as there's more updates, we'll certainly pass that along. But it is breaking news, and it's one of the reasons why we do this live podcast. Not only do we create content, original content that you're not going to get anywhere else, we're also giving you live updates as they go, giving you that show to join in the mornings, to educate, have some fun, and hear Tabitha give her opinions about Joe Biden. And
I am not kidding you, Eric. I know you don't understand this yet. You will eventually
Putin.
understand it.
It's almost like when I
But,
grow up,
no,
you'll
Putin-
understand this.
Putin is Russia's Trump. He is Russia's Trump. He is Russia first. And that's why Russia is rising. And under Joe Biden, the United States is falling.
No, what happened is Putin knew he could leverage Brittany Griner. Leverage
I
is
can
the key.
guarantee you,
He
Putin
knew
has
that he
nothing
could
to do with this and
leverage-
could care less.
He has a lot. He wants his spies back. He wants his arms dealers back.
Well, he's not going to
He
give her
wants
back without
them
a
back.
trade.
He wants them back. But he's using a basketball player who came in with whatever hash.
An anti-American female basketball player who went into another country knowingly having an illegal substance, knowing what could potentially happen to her.
Yeah.
And she did it anyway because she thinks she's above the law.
Well,
And now we're going to sacrifice and go through all of these hoops. What about there's some other folks over in Russia that Russia is holding prisoner, like journalists and so on. Those are the people we
I
need to
think we're
be
saying the same
releasing.
thing. I think we're saying the same thing. I do. I really do.
Yeah,
I
think
highly
that-
doubt it. No, I'm kidding.
No, I think we're saying the same thing, is that she should have. Look, when we were going to Qatar, Platinum Rock Legends,
Right.
we were going to go play at Qatar on New Year's Eve.
Would you have taken drugs over there?
They had so many rules. They
He
had
didn't
so
answer.
many rules that we could not do. We couldn't go
I
over there
agree.
without a COVID test.
Yes.
We couldn't go out without a vaccine. We couldn't go over there and participate. Look at this. We couldn't drink. We could not. When we were going to go to Qatar, there was a rule that says you will not drink. Well, you know what? After a while, I started thinking this is just not worth it. Same thing with Brittany Griner when she went over there with the WNBA. You're over there for a job, but man, the rules of broad countries like Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iran, China, you better know exactly what to do and what not to do. It could
And
land
they
you in
give you a
jail.
list, Eric, just like they gave you a list. Brittany Griner had a list as well.
If she was in, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in this room, but if she was in Indonesia, I believe, and you have drugs, isn't there like a death penalty associated with that stuff? Look it up, because people have been executed
Well,
in
I can tell
countries
you-
before because of drugs.
Oh my gosh, if you would have went to Qatar, if you would have went to, let's say, Saudi Arabia, and you had drugs or liquor, they could potentially sentence you to death.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, you need. So anyway, I guess the bottom line is this is her fault,
It is
right? I'm
certainly
sorry.
her
I don't
fault.
wait. I know she's American, and I don't care if she's woke. I don't care if she's anti-American. She's an American citizen. It would be 1,000,000% fantastic to bring her back legally, but to trade her for
There
a
are-
terrorist,
but why not
literally
the
a terrorist.
Why not? Why didn't we try this hard to bring the journalists back? There are journalists over there. One guy in particular whose parents have fought very
Right.
hard to bring him
We're saying the
back.
same thing. We're saying the same thing.
And they didn't choose him to bring back. Why are we fighting so that guy didn't even violate any laws? So why are we trying so hard to bring Brittany Griner back when she knowingly violated the laws of Russia? And they have journalists over there who did nothing and have suffered horribly in Russia prisons, and we didn't do anything to bring them back.
It makes you think like this also. If you go to Russia for business and they want you, you would be a valuable commodity to them. Just think about it. If you're the CEO of said Fortune 1000 company, or if you are a actress or a superstar, they will take you. And now they say, look at these dumbass Americans. We'll negotiate for blah, blah, blah. And we might not get them in the first month, but eventually the Americans, they'll cave and we'll get them back. I mean, they could literally just set up an entire cage system for American citizens or European citizens just to negotiate getting their war criminals back, or their whatever criminals that
they
we have
haven't
of theirs.
negotiated for any of these journalists. Only Brittany Griner, who does not deserve that benefit. She doesn't.
Well,
she
I would like
deserves
to
be
know
in
more
prison.
about that. I just don't know about these journalists
I
you're
can't
talking
remember
about.
the name of the guy that's over there. There's a young guy who's been in Russian prison for a very long time right now because Russia said he was a spy.
And watch this.
And he's a
At
journalist.
8:30. Well, I guess it's going on right now, but there's a press conference or something is going on in
Oh, she'll
Washington.
be a
They're going to
martyr.
parade her
Of course
around
they are.
As a hero.
They're going to parade
As a
her
hero.
with the. She's going to be cloaked in the American
It
flag.
makes me sick.
It is disgusting.
Makes me sick.
It's disgusting. Really, what did you do? You literally, because of what you did, you literally made us give back a guy that we got off the streets that was targeting us with, high dollar weaponries.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. And it makes you think, what
amazing.
the heck is going on? It is a big story that just came out. We're going to be talking about it. How about artificial intelligence now taking over schools? There's an artificial intelligence program that now writes essays for kids. Eric talked about this 2 years ago. Are teachers on the way out? Can kids use this without teachers? It's making the education
Yes.
system think twice.
Are you for it or against it?
I'm totally against it. But here's the deal. In marketing now, in advertising, I shouldn't be giving away the trade secrets. They do have AI where you can put a thought in. It's like, what is this about? Give me a little content. And they can go and write an entire thesis for you or marketing copy for you already with the click of a button. It's like $20 a month. Yeah, I think you subscribe to it. And you basically, I can just give me a little information. Boom, I can get marketing copy that basically does every advertiser's job for them. Now, if you bring that into the school, and some kid who is way damn smarter than us as far as online, they're going to be able to do this under their mom's nose. Basically, they're going to say, yeah, I got homework tonight. I got to write an essay for the Civil War. Boom. They will get original content, Vic, that is not plagiarized at all. It's literally original essays. And from what I understand, they can dumb it down to like a third grade level.
They would have
a
to.
sixth grade level, a senior level, a doctorate level.
That's
It's
crazy.
amazing that these people, well, you know what?
Like we need our kids to be dumber than they already are.
But it can also be used in school settings as well.
How?
Well, they're talking about these companies are now trying to produce AI where a teacher doesn't even have to be there.
Oh my God, this world is going to hell. It is going to hell because human interaction is how I still remember my experiences with my teachers.
Teachers are very important, but look at the teachers right now that we have. The vast majority are the teachers who are very liberal, progressive, and they're coming into these schools and they're teaching their personal values to kids, which we also don't want. But I agree with you, Eric. We need that social interaction between teachers and kids, but we also need teachers, if they're going to be in the classroom, to not talk about their personal lives or their personal experiences or try to these woke teachers that want to impress their liberal values on kids.
The only thing I'll say about that, it does sound actually pretty good if you could go to school and actually just learn without the liberalism being thrown on top of that. Fantastic. The problem is a human has to program this stuff, and a human.
I agree. Yeah,
and that's where you get into issues.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to be able to have an iPad and go on vacation and learn your entire syllabus for the semester. But you're still getting those liberal values. You're getting almost no interaction with this thing. So I say no. Hard at some point, our United States government, our governments around the world are going to have to take a vote. Are we going down this more like the Meta, that new Meta business? Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
I mean, you literally do not have to take your goggles off all day long, and you interact with people, and you live there all day long. You play games with people. You basically can fool your mind that you are in this virtual artificial intelligence world. Then when you come out of that world, they say you're screwed, because it's like two totally different places. So we have to start making laws about how we want this world to be. I will keep the damn thing off my face. Thank you very much.
Well,
but I'm way
absolutely.
old. I'm way old.
But
It's
Eric,
the kids that are going to do this.
Web3 is coming. We can't stop Web3
What is
from
Web3?
coming.
What is Web3?
Web3 is a very interactive experience where you have an entire world inside basically your computer, and you can shop there. It's a big virtual reality world.
Okay, is that the Zuckerberg stuff?
Well, yes and no. I mean, there's a lot of people involved in Web3 and the Web3 design, and Elon Musk has a little bit to do with it. The world is changing. I'm a big no on AI in schools, and of course, I don't want AI writing kids' papers. But we have to start realizing the world is changing and technology is changing, and we can't fight that.
Eric, you don't even have to study your foreign languages anymore to succeed. You can have a little computer that inputs everything.
Yeah.
And that they've been using that for years.
They got glasses now where you put them on and you can walk around your country of choice. It has a microphone on the side and it's a teleprompter in front of your eyes, basically.
Yeah. Look at a company called Superworld.
So you're basically walking around Italy and I say, hey, can you tell me where I can get a whatever? The person will respond to you in Italian, but you'll be reading it in American. You'll literally be communicating.
That's good stuff. It really
it's
is
amazing. It really is crazy.
And, I mean, and then think of all the problems that you're having in the school systems. And we do have those. It's not at every school. And if you take into account every single school in America, divided by the amount of problems, it's small, but you still see these problems. I mean, in the St. Louis area yesterday, Riverview Gardens, a teacher fought a middle school student, and there's video of it. Yeah. And maybe this stuff would happen from time to time in the past. I don't know
who started the fight,
but now we don't know. But now you have video of everything, and you have recordings of everything. So then that goes, oh my God, what happened? Is it this bad? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
But it's interesting that that video comes out, and it happened on a day that we're talking about artificial intelligence.
Yes.
And we already know that there are many school districts that don't have enough money. Teachers don't get paid enough money, not even close to having enough money to do the jobs that they do, at least in my opinion. But then there's others that say, oh, well, there are teachers who do get paid. Well, in the state of Missouri, teachers had the lowest salary, and we're a show that's based out of Missouri. If there was any way to pay more, fantastic.
Yeah.
Then you start talking about, the artificial intelligence factor.
And the shortage of teachers.
We don't have enough substitute teachers.
Yep.
Things to think about.
Well, we're living in a time, and I think it's just that things are happening so fast. We have no control over this bucking bronco. We are living in a time when digital is taking over everything. We're living in a time when space travel for just regular people is actually looks like it could be attainable. We're living in a time when artificial intelligence could literally run every McDonald's that you walk into. There's no more.
All of that is actually, for the most part, happening.
Yeah, but it's happening it's an exponential thing. And there comes a time when you have to go, as a human being, what does it mean to be a human being, right? It means a lot of time with your family, nature. It means kind of getting in tune with yourself a little bit more. And every time they throw one of these new technologies on us, it takes away from that. So you got to be real careful with this. This could be really, really detrimental to you as a human being.
Well, do you want a computer teaching your children their values?
Well, you got to basically have a checklist. What's good? Is a robot coming and cleaning your house good? I would say yes. Okay. Is going to a restaurant where there's no human interaction anymore? I would say no. Is it good to have a huge screen in every kid's classroom at Parkway Central, at Pattonville, at Riverview, that basically AI is teaching your kids in video or whatever it is? I would say hell no. Now, if you could get it into government, if you can have artificial intelligent mayors, right? So
And
no
that
more,
wouldn't be good either.
so no more
That goes along the line of your tranquilizer darts.
Yeah.
No,
for
it doesn't.
police.
No. Don't get crazy on me. I think that if you could get rid of the Tashara Joneses of the world, if you could get rid of the people,
Eric,
listen to
Who
me.
is going to be?
Stop
I've
it.
been
Hold
listening
on.
to you for like an hour, and you keep
I
saying the
vote
same
for this.
thing.
I vote for this artificial intelligence. I vote for that
What,
artificial
what
intelligence.
are some of the things? I mean, basically, if you go to St. Louis, Missouri, and here, if you load this into the AI computer, we have a ton of we have to figure out how to fix these potholes. We have to figure out this crime situation, right? We have to figure out this. Is it artificial intelligence? In theory, should have the best, most efficient way of fixing these problems.
Who would program it?
But unfortunately,
It would be the Biden administration.
No, I think that
It's not you. Who do you think's going to program these AI programs
I don't
for
know.
Tashara Jones?
I don't know.
It's going to be liberal progressives.
If basically Vic or his colleagues on the news were to say St. Louis
I
is
don't
out
have
of
news
control.
colleagues.
Well,
anymore.
you used to. If they said we have,
You're my colleague.
yeah, 200 murders in St. Louis, the AI computer would jump on it and go, "This is how we are fixing it." And AI would know better than liberal policy politicians. So maybe that is something we can do. It's like the AI computer basically said we shall hire 1,000 new police officers and we will get all the criminals off the street. And you couldn't argue with it.
Well, you couldn't. And we're going to stop right there with that topic because we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Chuck Flagg's full story in regards to what happened to him, why he went to prison, the other part of the story that we couldn't get to the first time we spoke to him. Plus, we have our audiences open on Rumble and YouTube, which we didn't have when we first introduced you to Chuck Flagg, a man in the St. Louis, Missouri area who spent time in prison after he shot and killed a man who was trying to steal his car. There's so much to this story that with Chuck Flagg's story. Jump in. If you have questions, let us know. We'll ask Chuck. When we do that, we come back. It's Cancel This with host Tabitha Hassel, Eric Johnson. I'm Vic Faust alongside producer Mike Wilkerson. Let's Cancel This, a live 3-hour morning news headline show, political commentary as well, all inside a cancel culture environment where we produce that content. Chuck Flagg's story is one of those, as he says he's been canceled after he was dealt with a situation he never expected to be dealt with the night that he was there. You can also catch us at cancelthisshow.com. Cancelthisshow.com. Back with more right after this.
Stop throwing your advertising dollars into the fiery pit of no return on investment. Start putting your ads and money into a focused, vibrant, and growing audience interested in the truth and getting the whole picture, rather than the one that's shoveled to us. Become a Cancel This advertiser today. The links to do this and more are available at our website, cancelthisshow.com. CancelThisShow.com is on the hunt for amazing advertisers, just like you. Ready to help us share stories of success that come from people, businesses, organizations, and efforts that have been canceled? Connect with us now to learn how you and your business can benefit from a growing, vibrant, focused, truth-interested audience. Become a Cancel This advertiser today. The links to do all of this and more are at our website, cancelthisshow.com. As time goes by, money is only going to get tighter. Don't you think it's time to start advertising to an audience interested in learning the truth about what's going on in today's modern media circus? Connect with us now to learn how you and your business can benefit from a growing, focused, truth-interested audience. Become a Cancel This advertiser today. The links to do all of this and more are available at our website, cancelthisshow.com. Stop throwing your advertising dollars into the fiery pit of no return on investment. Start putting your ads and money into a focused, vibrant, and growing audience interested in the truth and getting the whole picture, rather than the one that's shoveled to us. Become a Cancel This advertiser today. The links to do this and more are available at our website, cancelthisshow.com. CancelThisShow.com is on the hunt for amazing advertisers, just like you. Ready to help us share stories of success that come from people, businesses, organizations, and efforts that have been canceled? Connect with us now to learn how you and your business can benefit from a growing, vibrant, focused, truth-interested audience. Become a Cancel This advertiser today. The links to do all of this and more are at our website, cancelthisshow.com. As time goes by, money is only going to get tighter. Don't you think it's time to start advertising to an audience interested in learning the truth about what's going on in today's modern media circus? Connect with us now to learn how you and your business can benefit from a growing, focused, truth-interested audience. Become a Cancel This advertiser today. The links to do all of this and more are available at our website, cancelthisshow.com. Stop throwing your advertising dollars into the fiery pit of no return on investment. Start putting your ads and money into a focused, vibrant, and growing audience interested in the truth and getting the whole picture rather than the one that's shoveled to us. Become a Cancel This advertiser today. The links to do this and more are available at our website, cancelthisshow.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cancel This. I'm Vic Faust with Tabitha Hassel and Eric Johnson. You can catch us at cancelthisshow.com where we have our previous shows and all of our content for the podcast. Producer Mike Wilkerson alongside as well. Last week when we kicked off this podcast show that we do, we had a gentleman in. His name was Chuck Flagg. Fantastic story, bizarre story, emotional story. You name it, there's an adjective to describe what he has gone through over the last, 7 years, so to speak. Anyway, 7 years. Chuck, we welcome you into the studio. Chuck Flagg is his name.
Thank you.
In 2016, he faced a situation where he shot, eventually killing a man who was trying to steal his car. Chuck, if you could explain to us again, just kind of put us back into the situation of what happened that night. And we'll just fire the questions because when you first joined us, we didn't have our YouTube audience. And we were kind of raced and rushed, and we didn't have time to really get involved in that story of what it's like to go through something like that, be canceled because of the situation, and then trying to live life.
Yeah, so it was 12:48, November 4th, 2016, and that's AM, 12:48 AM. I was sleeping, of course. It was a Thursday going into a Friday work night, and my girlfriend at the time woke me up and said, "Hey, your car alarm's going off." So first thing to do was look out my master bedroom window, which overlooked my garage.